Hi, my name is Josh. Welcome to Keyboard Talks, and today I'm talking about the PSR SX900. It's Yamaha's brand new flagship arranger keyboard, replacing the previous PSR S975. Now, I don't have it here today, but I had the opportunity to play it a few weeks ago. Now, the thing with this new update is Yamaha have basically sledgehammered the old PSR S series and replaced it with the SX. And I think about time. This PSR S series was getting a bit dated. I think to not be having a touchscreen interface in the year 2019 seemed a bit old-fashioned, and I am not sad to see the back of Yamaha's crazy 20, 30, 40 button system on the screen, which did work, but you know, it was just so 2002. It's really good to have a touchscreen interface. But something else Yamaha really have done with this is they've modernized it. Not just with the touchscreen, but also with the sounds, the rhythms, the way it looks. It's a big upgrade, and that's mostly in part because it's inspired by the Yamaha Genos, which in itself was a big update. That was a major replacement of the Tyros, which again had been around for 15 years or so. And it's just time. I think Yamaha realized that they need to do something fairly drastic to bring a bit of youth into their keyboard arranger range, and I think they've done that with this. I think the most telling sign is their signature rhythm. It was always Clocks by Coldplay, the Britpop rock rhythm that was always featured on their PSR models and their CVPs, but now they've replaced it with a newer Coldplay song from 2014. I think that's pretty funny. Bit of a nod to the old ones, and a bit of a nod to the new generation as well. So the first thing, obviously, when you look at the keyboard is you've now got the touch screen. It is a resistive touch screen, so it's not like your iPhone. You actually do have to press down, but so you won't be doing any multi-touch gestures or anything like that. But you're not going to need a stylus because the layout and the icons are nice and big. Yamaha have been smart. Unlike some of their rivals, this is a very easy screen to navigate and control. What I do find interesting is Yamaha has left in the dedicated physical buttons to access the voice bank and the style bank. Now, I find that a little bit odd because on the Genos, those buttons aren't on there at all. They're completely removed. So I do find that a bit strange, but maybe they're saying, okay, we'll make it easy for our old users to transition across, or maybe it's easier to use live. Either way, I probably would have liked a more clean design, considering they've gone to all this effort to put in the touchscreen, so why not force everyone just to use it? Now, as part of that redesign, they've also redesigned a few other things, including the pitch bend and mod wheel. They've merged them. It's kind of inspired by what Korg do with their PA series, but you've now got a joystick, which I much prefer. I've never really liked mod wheels. Another major update on this model, though it doesn't seem like a major update, is the addition of a third right-hand part. Basically what it means is you can combine and layer 3 sounds at once. Now, it's always been 2 on the PSR S series. Now they've gone to 3. It's a big deal, and I'll tell you why. I've spoken to many people who've told me that the thing holding them back from buying a PSR is the fact you can only layer 2 voices. What it does is it forces people to either buy the Tyros or the Genos, or worse for Yamaha, it forces them to buy the Korg PA, which has always had 3 voice parts on the PA1000, the PA700. That's a standard feature. So to add that in, that's a big win for Yamaha users, people buying this keyboard. That's a big win. Yamaha have also made a few changes to the back of the keyboard, the ports, and my favorite addition, and probably one of the most underrated addition, it's the subwoofer out port. Now, Yamaha actually make their own dedicated sub for this keyboard. And what it means is you can plug it in and get a nice big bass response. But the thing with this sub is functionally, it is very similar to the Genos sub. What it means is you can get a sound similar to what you're getting out of the Genos. Now, I'm thinking to myself, why would you buy a Genos when you could just buy this pretty cheap sub, add that into your PSR, and you've got a keyboard that's about half the price of a Genos that sounds pretty darn close to a Genos? I think that's a really big deal, and if I'm using this keyboard at home, and if you're thinking about using this keyboard primarily at home and you don't have a PA system, get the sub. Boost that sound. I think it'd be a really good combination. The other thing Yamaha have done is they've added in a USB port, a second USB port that is, So it's going to be easier to manage your expansion packs. You have a couple of memory sticks installed. You can swap things out a bit more easily. This is a keyboard all about the expansions and what you can add. And one of the functions that Yamaha have added that I really enjoyed was the chord looper function. Basically what it means is you can record a sequence of chords and then save them, like you can call it a verse or a bridge or a chorus or whatever, and just have those chords continuously loop. And they are not linked to your variations on your style. So you can be changing your rhythm and how your rhythm is, your intensity of your rhythm, but the chords stay the same. Now, this is going to be really good if you're playing in a band and the band leader says to you, right, let's go back to the chorus, but I want it in a down part. So you can then set the variation to part A, so the rhythm is less intense, but still have the same chords going. It's pretty cool. The last thing to note is Yamaha have improved the key bed. Now, this is not something they've really been known for on these models. And when you buy an arranger, I've always seen them as you're buying an arranger for the sounds, not for the keys. If you want good keys, go and buy a piano. But whereas now, what they've done is they've added in the same action as the Genos. It's called the FSX action, and it's a really robust key, and it feels great. And part of the reason for that is the key is extended behind the keyboard. So where you can't see it, they've extended it, and the pivot point, or the fulcrum, as Yamaha are calling it, is a little bit further back in the keyboard. So it means the press on the key at any point feels really, really nice. All in all, this is a very, very competitive keyboard. It's a major update. You know, with the old PSR S975, it really wasn't that impressive. They only added a small amount more onto it from the 970. So I think this is a major upgrade. And if you've been thinking about buying a Ranger, or if you've been holding off for a little while, now's the time to buy. Get in whilst it's new, get in whilst it's fresh, and I'm sure there's going to be loads of content available for this for, this year, but also years to come. This is a class-leading keyboard. I'm sure Korg are sweating, trying to think how they can up their game a little bit. Anyway, Yamaha PSR SX900, it's a winner. Anyway, thank you for watching this Keyboard Talks. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, press the subscribe button. I'm going to be making more videos just like this every single week. Also, give us a like, and if you've got any questions about this keyboard or any other keyboard, just leave a comment below. I also want to give a shout out to the team at Keyboard Corner for providing this keyboard for me to try. Their link is in the description, and you can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram with the handle @Keyboard Talks. Links are in the description. And until next time, I'll see you in the next Keyboard Talks.